Hey, welcome to this week on Pittsburgh Sports Talk. We got a great show for you this week. First of all, we're going to go talk to Pittsburgh legend and broadcaster Tunch Ilkin about his brand new book, Forged in Steel. But before we do that, we're going to take a look back at, well, your Pittsburgh Steelers putting a whooping on the Cincinnati Kitty Cats.
And Mike Tomlin didn't waste any time. On a 4th and 5, Roethlisberger, low throw. Better for field position, but when the ball's that close, Adam Jones is going to go down and get it. 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger fires, handled. Xavier Grimble.
That's his first NFL catch and making a touchdown as he goes over George Iloka.
Jackson was the offensive coordinator, now the head coach in Cleveland. Dalton sells the fake beautifully and connects downfield to A.J. Green.
But he hung on.
Shotgun. Dalton, fake and throw. Tyler Croft. He had what turned out to be the game winner last week. And Nugent knocks it through. And Foster gets away with one. Steelers move the chains. Deep ball. Airing it out. Simultaneous with Coates and Kirkpatrick with the interception.
He slowed down about 30 yards down the field. Kirkpatrick did not. Pins him to the sideline. Uses his body.
Dalton. Downfield. There's A.J. Green with the catch. Huber will hold it. Nugent. Perfect. Dalton. Off play action. Jeremy Hill working that sideline. Hill with a big gain. Fake it. Roethlisberger looking for the deep ball. Caught. Sammy Coates. A rainbow from Roethlisberger. Fake it. Roethlisberger looking for the deep ball. Caught. Sammy Coates. 5 receivers set. Roethlisberger fires. End zone. Jesse James. Touchdown Steelers.
Left side of the screen comes James right over the middle, right behind Maaluga.
From the gun, a 1st and 25. Dalton. Beautiful spiral to Tyler Boyd.
In our broadcast booth. I'm getting pelted here.
Roethlisberger almost got pelted. Now he's running. Roethlisberger dives. Roethlisberger from the gun. Roethlisberger, open man, D'Angelo Williams. The 1st and 10 inside the Pittsburgh 40. Dalton deep drop. Over the middle, the soft toss. And the ball popped loose. Scooped up by Golden. Golden down the sideline and Pittsburgh takes over. It's the early season statement in the AFC North. Pittsburgh outlasts Cincinnati 24-16.
All right, so we sent the Kitty Cats back to Cincinnati with their tails in between their legs. Your Steelers offense back to 2015 form right out of the gate. I ask you, has Ben looked any better in the last 5-6 seasons? He's stepping up into the pocket. He's reading the defense. He's looking great. Your Steelers offensive line is blowing open holes for D'Angelo Williams, who's done a remarkable job filling in for Le'Veon Bell until he gets back. You know, he's really carried the offense over the last several weeks, but you also have got some great young receivers stepping up. You know, Antonio Brown had devil coverage last week. They really set their sights on him. The Bengals, Pac-Man Jones did a pretty good job of shutting down your A.B. Brown, but that loosened up the field for your tight end, Jesse James, who's getting his feet under him. All right, it's time to catch up with Coach Tomlin and his weekly press conference. You know, I had a few questions for him this week, but mostly about the 30-year-old, 13-year vet. You know who I'm talking about, James Harrison. He's that guy that ran back 100 yards in the Super Bowl for a touchdown a couple of years ago. He's that guy that puts a licking on you, and you don't keep on ticking, baby. You just don't. You know, seriously, James Harrison at 38 years of age is playing a great game these days. So much so, you know, he just hasn't been regaled to bull rushing every down, every other down. Instead, the Steelers have him playing in space. Now, if you know what that means covering the flats, covering the tight ends, even covering some slot backs on occasion. I asked Coach Tomlin about James Harrison's play so far this season.
Coach, James Harrison, 38 years of age, is playing out in space a lot as opposed to bull rushing so much. Last week he gets the big turnover at the end of the game. Have you seen much diminishment in skills over the last couple of years, or to have the confidence to let him play in space like that?
You know, James is a unique guy, unique in a lot of ways. You know, he still is a formidable guy, whether we ask him to rush or play in some underneath coverage. He's a team player. He's back and playing because he wants to win, and he knows it's not just words, he lives it. He does whatever it is we ask him to do. He's made some quality splash plays at the end of a couple ball games for us. A red zone interception, end zone interception against Washington, and then that caused fumble at the end of the game a week ago, kind of being examples of that.
All right, 2-0 heading into Philadelphia for week 3. It's a tough environment out there, and this new quarterback, Wentz, they have out there, well, he's all the rage of the town. But here's my prediction. You're going to see the linebackers move up this week, and you're going to see a lot more Blitzburgh coming your way. Your Steelers only have 1 sack going into week 3, but guess what? Feeling a little bit confident with the secondary, the old coach is. You're going to move your linebackers up, and you're going to see a little bit more Blitzburgh in Philadelphia this week.
Their young quarterback, Carson Wentz, has done a heck of a job, but their coaching staff has also done a heck of a job in terms of aiding him in taking care of the ball and not doing some of the things that often trips up young guys. They've been very methodical in terms of their approach, in terms of how they attack defenses. They spread some defenses out. You saw on Monday night they came out and spread those guys out in Chicago. They've done some misdirection passes. In week 1 they came out heavy in the misdirection passing game. They're doing a nice job keeping defenses off balance, changing the time in which the ball comes out, changing the launch point. Carson's doing a great job of making reads and getting them in good plays and maybe getting them out of some bad plays. He's showing great maturity for a young guy from that perspective.
Located in the shadows of the famed Blue Ridge Mountains and alongside the banks of the Shenandoah River is a place that creates one of the most scenic golf opportunities in the Mid-Atlantic region, the Caverns Country Club Resort. Our 18-hole par 72 course is sure to give golfers a memorable experience while presenting its own challenges to the most experienced golfers as well. For more information, please call 888-443-6551